There we go.
There we go.
Right. We're live again. It's, was it Friday night? It's VHS.
VHS. Horny night, isn't it? Gareth, horny night tonight.
Yeah. 30 years ago on a Friday night, what would you be doing?
Well, sneaking into me 30 years ago, probably a bit more than 30 years ago, I'd be sneaking in to watch one of the either a preset horror or one of the comedies we'll be talking about, the teen sex comedies.
Because it was horror or sex comedies back then, wasn't it?
It was cheap porn or brutal slayings. So, so the preset horror can be shifted aside for this episode. So this one, it will be probably the first teen sex, because my sister and her friends always got the teen sex comedies. The boyfriends brought the preset horror. So I sort of tended to stick with the lads because horror was, I wasn't interested in girls at that time. So, how quickly that changed. And that was thanks to Lemon Popsicle and hot bubble gum and the Italian sort of things.
Yeah, because this is called Going Steady, which is
that's the one. Yeah.
It's what is it called? It's Lemon Popsicle 2.
Yeah. That's right.
From the Cannon Brothers.
That's right. And there was a guy from one of the three. There was three mates, and one of them was the little chubby fella, and he was in Enter the Ninja, if I believe, with the hook. He was always the evening mate Bronson. 101 Bronson.
101 Bronson. Evening.
You all right?
He's too young to know what we're on about.
Well, but I mean, he was in Enter the Ninja. You know, he on about doing the martial arts. Well, he was in Enter the Ninja, and he was in Lemon Popsicle, Hot Bubble Gum, Private Popsicle, and Going Steady.
Yeah, there's at least 8 or 10 of them.
Zaki Noy or someone I think his name was. But in Enter the Ninja, he's a little fat fella with a hook on his hand, a hat, like a little minion, and he was in them.
It might be.
It's
a bad picture, but
yeah, that's the fella. That's
Zaki
him.
Nay, I think it says
Zaki
there.
Nay or somebody. Yeah, I always remember his name. Yeah. So that I had a great. That my knowledge of that goes back to the preset early 80s because that's when they were released.
Yeah.
So my sister and her boyfriends had preset horror and these comedies, Porky's, everything. You name it, they had it. There's one from Australia called Puberty Blues.
That sounds familiar. I think I remember seeing trailers for that one.
Yeah, I remember that one. Well, a lot of surfer lads with blonde hair and the tan. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just like me and you, Gareth.
Yeah, just like we were like that back then. Yeah,
we were.
Time is a terrible thing. Oh yeah. Oh, don't admit to that, Brett, Jeff. Because what have we got? Where is it? Not that one. That one. This one. I think. Yeah. No. Well, it was this range. The Robin
Confessions. Well, mad as hell. I watched them. Confessions of a Driving Instructor. Confessions of a Window Cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Driving Instructor was probably my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Was that Timothy Lee?
Yeah.
Hey,
they were based on books originally, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then they made it. But they must have done something right because they were made by Columbia Pictures.
They were like raunchy. They sort of like raunched up from the Carry On films, didn't they?
Yeah.
Carry On's had that saucy seaside town sexy romp. The Confessions films amped it up a little bit more, didn't they?
Yeah, full frontal nudity.
Yeah, well, yeah, they got. How the hell some of it got past the censors at that time?
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. The stuff they banned and the stuff like these had, because this one's got Linda Bellington, Windsor Davies, Lily Fraser, Sheila White, Bill Baynard, and all these people that went on to dramas and thrillers in the 80s and 90s.
Linda Bellington was the Bisto Gravy family mum.
Yeah, and she was she's naked in this one, and then she's topless at least in this one, and then who was the Gentle Touch actress from the 80s? Yeah.
Oh, Joan Sims.
Yeah.
Joan Sims in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
There was another one that was appeared in the confessions.
Yeah, all the ladies are all full frontal nudity.
They all had a part, didn't they? They were all there. They all had that same circle.
Yeah.
It was like
four of these?
It was like the circle, wasn't it? They had a regular cast.
Yeah. It's like a similar cast. It was similar stories to the On the Buses, really.
That was another one. On the Buses was another one that sort of like tapped into that.
Jill Gascoigne, there you go. She's
Jill Gascoigne.
fully nude in Confessions of a Pop Singer.
I never saw that one. I never saw it. I must have been out. My sister and her boyfriend did rent that one, and I never saw that one. Okay. So I was late on the party on that one. By the time I got round to watching it, they took it back.
I remember two people babysitting for me, a boy and a girl teenager, and they must have rented Confessions of a Holiday Camp.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
And then about halfway through, they disappeared, and I was left watching it. So I can only imagine what was happening.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go. 9 plus a spin-off Private Popsicle. There you go. That's
Private Popsicle. Yeah, that was the one that joined the army or something. I think. Was the one called Baby Love? Dutch was the one called Baby Love because was it Benji and Bobby? There were two main. Bobby was the oldest one. I think Benji started going out with Bobby's sister in the last one, and Bobby beat Benji up because he thought he'd slept with his sister, but he hadn't. So I think there was a bit of romance in that one, and I remember my sister and her friends getting all upset because Benji had attacked Bobby, and they were best friends and all that. And I was like
drama,
scratching my head, thinking, "What the hell? That's not a fight."
That's fine. That's good. No, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just discussing pornography.
Yeah,
that's what it was back then because there was no internet.
Yeah, because they were more daring than the Electric Blue films. You remember them, Gareth? The Electric Blue.
No, no idea what you're on about.
No. The covers. I think the covers were the most sexiest things about them videos.
I think it was Joe Guest in one of them, or was that too early for her? I can't remember now.
I can't remember.
No.
One of them was on American Werewolf in London. Was it Lindsay Drew or something? One of the.
She's in the
theatre. See you next Wednesday theatre. There's a porno playing on there, and one of the women they were in there as well.
Wow, it's going to drive me crazy. Because there was it Millie something that was on. She had
Mary Millington.
Mary Millington, that's it.
Mary Millington. I saw Come Play With Me with her in it.
That's the famous.
And I tell you what, the picture was so bad. It was just no. And when the picture cleared up, me and my mate, all we saw was two guys at a bar. and then when Mary Millington come on, it went to snow again. So I can only imagine that it had been paused. It had been paused a lot in certain places, and it was every other time. The only time the video played was when we saw two fellas at the bar talking.
There we go.
That's it.
Yeah, she passed away in 1979.
Really?
Just 2 years after making that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was up there?
Hang on. I don't know if it'll tell me. But yeah, I remember seeing her name a lot.
I never knew that.
No, she was 33.
No, well, I was going to say she couldn't be any age in 79.
Suicide. I don't know. That's brought the tone down. But yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Suicide. Well, obviously, it couldn't have been for doing any of them films because they were.
Yeah.
Benji was the dreamy kid. That's the one, the middle one. Bobby was the stud, and then the little fat one was in Enter the Ninja, who never got laid or had sex with the English women in the movie. I remember that scene. I think it's from Hot Bubblegum or one of them where they're playing piano lessons. Bobby gets the hot daughter, and Huey, I think his name is Huey, the fat one, he gets the mother and he tries to put his hand up her skirt and he gets slapped and they all get chased out of there. That was pretty funny.
Last American Virgin. Yeah, that's a handbrake turn of a film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, its first half is sex comedy, and then it goes into a very serious drama. Yeah.
Oh, the Last American Virgin. These are titles that I've never seen since back then.
No, I haven't seen any of these on DVD or anything like that.
No, they won't get. I don't think they get a release on 4K. Do you think?
Got an electric blue vid. Very weird how taste changed. Just leave it there.
I tell you, it just goes to show society's changed, because that was, like you said, it was like our Pornhub, wasn't it? Back then, it was like it was just what we could get.
Yeah, because you see all the American films and TV shows where the video shop had the extra room at the back through some beaded curtain. But yeah, never had anything like that in our country.
The beaded curtains in my video shop had a beaded curtain. But after the Video Nasties Act came in, the beaded curtain become films for sale, which is where I started getting some of mine from. But yeah, I must admit, I never bought one. I never owned Lemon Popsicle. I never bought any of them. It was just, my mind was corrupted into horror and martial arts films.
Oh yeah.
So an action film. So I had no time for watching them really. But I loved them.
Robin Ash was the first one.
Right.
This is only a 15, so it doesn't get up to much.
Well. Yeah. Like we said, though, how did these things get past the censors in them days?
This is Nigel Davenport, George Layton, John Lemercier, Warren Mitchell, Edward Woodward, Pamela Stevenson, Linda Bellingham again. And it's even got a solid review from the Daily Mail that says Asquith proved himself a far more sensitive actor than I'd imagined. So.
Yeah, there's a dig, but there's a recommendation, but it's a slap across the face while we're writing for it. Meaning you're only due to that, but yeah, Timothy Lee.
Yeah, what's that? I actually know a guy in your area, Davey. His name is AZ. He's semi-famous in your neck of the woods. Made the top 100 in your tech music charts.
Right.
Hey.
Right. Well, I've been living in Liverpool for the past 15 years or so, but I'm originally from Earlstown, Newtley Willows, where we had Rick Astley, who was I went to school with him. He was a couple of years older than me. He was in my sister's year at school. So my sister knew him. And yeah, so yeah, we've got that was another claim to fame if I wanted to go there, which I never did because I'm into heavy metal. You know what I mean? I saw, incidentally, me and my wife was at the Trafford Centre quite a few years ago, and Rick Astley was in HMV doing a signing. And they cordoned off the metal section, the rock section, the metal section, and put his table there. And I was fuming. And I walked in there, and I looked at him and I went, "Oh Christ, it's Rick Astley." And I looked at him and he said, "You're still not buying me albums, Dave?" I went, "Nah," I said, "I'm still into the good stuff, Rick. You still going?" I said, "I want to get past you." I said, I've seen enough of you. I said, "I want to get past you. I want to go and see if Slayer's got a new album out." I think staff of HMV was quite shocked that I was insulting Rick Astley in front of them. And he said, I know him from the school, from his school days, and his sister's lovelier than he is. his sisters are not nicer than him. Yeah. I bet he watched all these films, I'm telling you.
Rick Astley.
Astley would have done, yeah, I'm telling you. He would have been right there because he went to the same video shop that I went to. So he would have saw them all. So, what have you got there, Gareth?
Adventures of a Private Eye.
Wow. That's the alpha release, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are amazing. Then they did limited edition big boxes as well, because most of them were small boxes. Oh, that's amazing, that, Gareth.
Oh, flash of... But the cast is even more amazing.
That'll be worth a bob or two now.
Got it free from somewhere.
Yeah, Rick Astley, never going to give you up, Bronson. That's the guy.
That's him.
That's
Who's
the
it?
one.
John
The one and
Pertwee,
only.
Harry H. Corbett, Fred Emery, Liz Fraser, all this, Ian Lavender,
Liz Fraser.
Rushton,
She was
Diana Dawes.
Diana Dawes and Liz Fraser. They were in a lot. Liz Fraser, because she was in a few of the adventures of. Played the mum in one of them, I think. My God.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we couldn't see boobies in real life, so we had to watch these films because there was no internet back then, unless you found some magazines by the train yard.
Yeah, well, our newsagents used to have the top shelf magazines, and you used to see all these shady characters going in with. They used to be they were all local, so we knew who they were. They couldn't hide, but they tried to. They tried to disguise themselves in these big overcoats and hats and silly stuff, and they'd be standing there for about half an hour looking at different magazines, and you knew they were going to grab a top shelf nap.
Waiting for the shop to be empty.
All right, Bill, you after one of them magazines? I'll pass it to you. Oh, all right, Dave. No, it's not for me. It's not for me. No, it never is. It was never for them.
Sunday Sport for me, please.
Sunday Sport. Well, that took over, didn't it? The Sunday Sport. Aliens had sex with my dog, and I got Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, I remember Hot and Hard Bodies. I don't remember Hard Bodies 2, but
Hard Bodies.
Which is the one with Johnny Depp in? Wasn't there a?
I think that was after I'd been seduced into horror by them. I saw the early 80s ones. I've still got The Bitch and the Stud somewhere.
I've got that. Yeah, I seem to have that separate and as a double bill for some reason.
I have got the pre-cert to them too, with Joan Collins, The Bitch and the Stud. Now people say Joan Collins, she's an old woman, but back in her 20s, you know what I mean? She was a good-looking woman.
Oh yes. Because the pictures she's in a lingerie.
Like half of these people in these films that we're talking about were good-looking girls. You know what I mean? We never knew that they were going to come the Besto Gravy family mum on TV. We were horrified. We were like,
yeah,
I saw her naked in that film. Comes back to haunt you.
Yeah,
she was in a Confessions of a Driving Instructor.
A lot of her was, yes. Oh, I can't find any of the tapes. Just a mess to go through. Find them one day, okay. We'll see what we got later.
He's probably got them all, him.
I just can't find them.
Well,
this is what I'm on about, because people used to go date night, and like 40-year-olds would go to see these films in the cinema. So
yeah, well, what happened is when the censors they just passed the if they went on to the cinema in the UK, any film, then they'd use that print for the VHSs. But some of them never got shown on the cinema, and they went straight onto VHS. That's where your dodgy dealy come in, where your cannibal holocausts and your I spit on your graves. They all went they all went round the censors, and I think some of these sex comedies actually did the same sort of thing, because there's quite a bit of stuff in them, and I think the BBFC was too concerned with chasing down the bogeyman and the burning and things like that to be worrying about what Timothy Lee was doing up his window cleat, his ladder.
Yeah, a lot of it was very silly stuff. It's like, I remember the one where for some reason he has sex in a laundromat or something, and then the soapy water spilling out, and because of all his thrusting, it makes foam everywhere.
The connotations of that, yeah.
Yeah, it was Lindsay Drew in American Werewolf. She played Brenda Bristol's.
Brenda Bristol's, that's the one. Yeah, I remember. I mean, yeah, because my mum and dad had come back, and they'd look at what they'd rented, and they'd pick up the cover, like Going All the Way. You know what I mean? Adventures in Babysitting. You know what I mean? It was all that stuff, and then they pick up, and then it was the Bogeyman. Like the two different worlds.
Wow, was it private resort? Thank you, Dutch.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that because the censors were quite gullible as well. If they saw something like a comedy, they'd like again, they'd probably treat it as a carry on and say, "Oh, it's got Timothy Lee in, Robin Asquith, whoever, Jimmy Booth or whoever it was with him." Said, "Oh, we'll pass that." But if it had like anything with a horror cover, that was it.
Yeah, this terrible cover.
I thought they're mostly artist drawn, aren't they? Confessions of what?
Odd Job Man.
Yeah. Confessions of a Plumber's Mate and all that. It's brilliant. What did I see? I saw one called the Milkman or something, and there was a sticker on the front that said, "If only your pussy could talk." It had a cat with a gag in its mouth. I think that had Diana Dawes in. I think it had Diana Dawes.
Yeah,
she was like the name starring Diana Dawes, the sex bomb. Yeah.
DVD and film. Carry On with fucking yes. That's pretty much it. Because Carry On films are very tame for what? There's only about 2 with any boobs in, isn't there?
I think that was was it Barbara Windsor? Yeah,
the camping one, and I think probably Carry On Emmanuel was I think that was an 18 certificate with Danielle something, was it? Suzanne Danielle, but I don't think.
Right, yeah, because they got quite a few complaints, didn't they, over that one? Because Emmanuel was a porn film, wasn't it? They started
art film.
Yeah. Oh well. To us, it was
any excuse just for her to be naked.
And then I remember it being an article in the paper saying Carry On moves into porn with Carry On Emmanuel, with just the name Emmanuel and Emmanuel's lover and all that. They got complaints, but well.
Confessions of a Door-to-Door Cucumber Salesman. Well, you got a phone? You can make it yourself.
I tell you what, I bet that film exists somewhere. Probably in Italy or France, or in France. They're probably somewhere in France or Italy because they go for stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely an art film. See, Jeff's from the Netherlands, so he knows about art. And
I'm sure he does. Yeah,
he's just over the border from stuff under the counter at Hamburg. So
yeah. Yeah, well, my mate Johnny's over there in Amsterdam. He's another one lad. He's a good friend of mine, and a good friend of me, my wife, Johnny.
Okay.
But he said he's not far away from the red light district, so he's on his way to work. I think he gets a good eyeful every day.
24 hours a day. Look at that.
That's it. Non-stop confessions of a YouTuber.
I think he would get taken down, wouldn't he, if you showed anything?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, considering all these films have been passed now, Germany still has a problem with Halloween 2. The original Halloween 2, it's all cut.
All right.
They've butchered it, mate. Really, they've got a real downer on Halloween 2. It's very rare you get an uncut version of German Halloween 2.
Oh, okay. Because I found the trailer for this one, I think, on a taxi confession of a taxi driver, and I uploaded them. I made them like 18 certificate on YouTube, and then it was fine. But there is boobs in them. And then about 3 months later, I got a warning that I can't get rid of now because because I showed these trailers that have been there for 3 months.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's things doing. There's people uploading much worse than 70s like sex.
It's just a trailer.
Yeah, it's not.
And the film is available to watch on YouTube.
They've got it for free. You know.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, Private Hot Bubble Gum, Private Popsicle, Going Steady, Puberty Blues. All the confessions, most of the confessions, anyway. I've not seen all of them, but I've seen
I think I've seen bits over time, maybe.
Yeah, and then my memory's not what it was, but I can remember obviously Timothy Lee and that. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh, you know.
Okay. What about porn parodies from the 70s?
Oh, Flesh Gordon, yeah. Is that one with Dale Hard on?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Flesh Gordon, yeah.
Dr. Flexi Jerkoff. busty companion, Dale Arder.
Yeah.
Take on the sex crave might of the Emperor Wang.
They were showing that, were I think that was on TV one time because I was at my mates when I was at art college. I was at my mates, and he turned it over, and I think he might have just put it on VHS. But he was watching, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And he went, "Oh, Flesh Gordon." I went, "Flesh Gordon." He went, "No, Flesh Gordon." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, I'll have to cover the back because there are boobs, but
yeah, I thought, yeah.
Cool monsters in it and the spaceship.
I said it's not Flash Gordon because there's no Queen soundtrack on it.
But just say not to be confused with the original Flash Gordon in very dark writing at the front.
Yeah, just a little side note,
Yeah, I don't know if this is legit, but the Sunday Express says rude, earthy, and funny. But then it gets real. The Sunday People said exciting escapades, cleverly produced. But this is where it gets weird. The Guardian said exhibits sex everywhere, more for laughs than lechery. High praise there. And then the Times says high quality special effects.
this is high reviews.
I know, the Times and Guardian.
And they probably slated Jurassic Park. They love Flesh Gordon, but anything modern, no.
No.
None
of that rubbish.
No.
Lovely, yes.
Flesh
Lovely
Gordon. Sylvia Crystal. Wow, that was another name. She was Emmanuel.
Yeah, she's in most of them, wasn't she? And then
I saw her in a few women's prison films as well. My best mate, he had a fetish for women's prison films. And he had all Concrete Jungle and Chained Heat, and Sylvia Crystal was in a couple of them.
The films of Jesus Franco, whatever his name
is. Yeah. Burr Behind Bars and all that. Tell you. I mean, how these things. You must look at when you look at these things. They're poorly made, but the things they're doing in them, you think that would never get passed. Hello, we'd like to submit this for a family certificate. See the BBFC like that. Well, they probably passed that, but a bit of blood squirted, no, out, banned, X.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Show us full frontals and abuse, and
well, it's the other way around now. There's no nudity.
That's a sex comedy. Yeah, we can pass that one. Somebody coming out of a mirror, banned.
Oh, poor Jeff. 2 hours from Hamburg. Never mind. I think you might be all right these days. Yeah. Went to Berlin one time. It was a 3-hour train ride, and the train went bloody fast.
Longest train ride in history.
Talking Emmanuel, have you seen Death Vengeance or Emmanuel's Revenge? I don't think I have.
Right, those ring a bell. I've not. I will have seen them because, I'm pretty sure they ring a bell. Death Vengeance definitely does.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be horror.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Death Vengeance.
I can't.
Emmanuel's Revenge. I'm not sure about Emmanuel's Revenge, but Death Vengeance definitely.
Can't see one under that name.
Because I got it mixed up with the Video Nasty Death Weekend, which I've got. I've got that one. That was about a rape and that. I'm not a big rape. I Spit on Your Grave, Death Weekend stuff fan really, but on the list. But Death Vengeance. Yeah, I have seen that. I must have done because it's the title would have appealed to me.
I can't find either of them on IMDb. Oh, there's Emmanuel's Revenge, 1993. So they were still going for like 20 years.
Yeah.
In Africa and New Mexico, actually learns a sexy secret of a good friend and former lover, Mario.
What was the secret?
I don't know. No, Mario's George Lazenby, so
that was the secret. That was the big, the big secret.
Sylvia Crystal's still in that one.
See, the storyline was always very, very evasive. It gave a good a good bit of literature in the back to read to seduce you into renting this thing. You put it on, it was just tits and ass and people in costumes going from one posh house to another.
Well, it stars parts in it as Daniel Hung Mayes, Pham Duck 2.
Who?
I don't know. It's some of the actors in the film.
Obviously, they probably put an alias there to protect their integrity.
We got Emmanuel Forever, Emmanuel in Venice, Emmanuel's Love, Emmanuel's Secret, Emmanuel's 7, Emmanuel's Perfume, Emmanuel's Magic, Emmanuel 4, Emmanuel 3, Emmanuel 2, Emmanuel 1, Emmanuel 6. There's one or two of them.
So which was best out of that lot?
I don't know. I'll have to give it some research.
Because it's not exactly a Rocky series, is it?
Well, yeah, it goes 2, 3 with numbers.
The sequels tried to outdo, like with horror, the sequels tried to outdo what you saw and what happened. So in the Manuel films, they'll be trying to do. I watched one when I was in my teens and we had a pirate video. It must have been one of, was it Black Emmanuel?
Oh yeah, that's one.
And they had was it? They went to some sort of cult where all these couples were doing it. It was against the law to have an orgasm. Was it the Black Emmanuel made one of the fellas have an orgasm or come or something? And they all was like, oh, I don't know. I could be watching something entirely different, but
Fever dream.
No, I did actually see that. I was like sat there watching, and I'm thinking, this isn't Driller Killer.
Black Emmanuel,
drilling
Emmanuel
something else.
Casinos, Emmanuel in Bangkok. But yeah, Black Emmanuel from 1975. Sounds like while on assignment in Nairobi, a photojournalist questions her racial and sexual identity when she engages in affairs with her wealthy hosts. I was going to say boss. I don't recognize any names. Sylvia's not in it. Must be at least 20 of those now. The fastest milkman in the West. Yeah, there was some boobs behind that frosted window as well.
Like Benny Hill was going there, wasn't he? That was supposed to be a comedy. Benny Hill show, remember that sketch?
Yeah, a lot of flesh nearly on the show. Hang on, I've gone completely. It resets the bloody chat when you scroll.
Oh, we've annihilated the comments.
Show the boobs.
Well, that's all that was showed on Benny Hill was boobs, and then that little ball man. They kept patting his head, and everyone was running around. Remember RoboCop? I'd buy that for $1. That was the sort of women that was on the Benny Hill show, and I thought it was just, are you being served again?
Well, there's Flesh Gordon too. About 10 years after the first one. I can show some of the cover. There's some side boob for you, Jeff, if you want on this side.
That's another ding. You're going to be the porn king of YouTube. Gets another another X.
Tim Robbins, I am.
Yeah.
They never talk about these films though.
Risky Business with Tom Cruise. Was Risky Business, wasn't it?
Yeah, did him all right there, didn't it?
Didn't Stallone get in one? Wasn't Stallone?
Yeah, he was in a soft-born full frontal, wasn't he? In Italian Stalin, it was called. Or...
I saw the cover, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it's called Italian Stalin, but it's something Night at Pussy in Roger's House or something weird like that. I'm sure Dutch will tell me.
Yeah. Stallone had appeared.
I kept seeing copies. Yeah, I remember seeing Flesh Gordon in HMV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saved yourself some money.
Yeah, you did. And 90 minutes of your life.
Imagine what the son made of Flesh Gordon.
Son of Flesh Gordon.
Yeah. You can tell it was a film. That was when they filmed Speed 3. There you go. That episode will never not be fun. Gregor John's here. Hello, sir.
Hey, Greg.
Here we go. We found Jeff's niche.
Oh, well, my best mate he had a whole library of women's prison films. He had them all down. I'm telling you. Honestly, that was these little bit of a fetish of women's prison films. The ones with Pam Grier, Big Birdcage. That's a funny story. I went to buy a Nightmare on Elm Street 1 from the video shop, the proper, the one I've got there. And they put the wrong video cassette in the box, and it was the Big Birdcage. And I watched it. Well, this is a Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so the Big Birdcage. I was introduced to the Big Birdcage through a Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, and Pam Grier. Pam Grier also did the Black Coffee and Lady Dynamite and stuff like that. They were good. They were great films, them as well. They were blaxploitation, but they were brilliant films. Brilliant films. DVD film bloke. If you're into rape, I'm concerned for you. No. There was a thing about these I Spit on Your Grave, Death Weekend, and all them rape revenge. I was never ever. I'm still never into any of them.
Yeah, it's the
it was
revenge
too
part.
much for me. I own I Spit on Your Grave, the original, and I got Death Weekend. But that was because they were given to me by one of my sister's boyfriends to hide from the BBFC when the police were coming. So I treasure them for that. I don't own them on Blu-ray or anything like that. Nah, strictly horror.
What do you think of Xanadu?
Olivia Newton-John.
To be a Brit version. Well, she's Australian.
Olivia Newton-John in Greece was again another good-looking woman back in the day. I mean, we get criticised, as older men get criticised because she was gorgeous, and you look at them now, like they go, they're old women, but they weren't always old.
I was a young man once.
Yeah, I was young. They were young once when we were teens. You see Olivia Newton-John and all them. Say Joan Collins, Olivia Newton-John, Liz Fraser, Lindsay Drew, all them lot. They were all, they were the modern. I don't know who's Miss Hot Shit today, but they were our versions of the 70s and 80s. Then when we were growing up.
Yeah, Emmanuel's Minge. Why is that one isn't it? Oh, right, jumped again. Right. There you go. Oh, they're the same film. That's why I couldn't find it. Thank you.
Right, yeah.
Cut version. Oh, yeah. Just got the cut version.
Wow. Death Vengeance. Wow.
Oh, it's the same with Caligula. I've got the VHS upstairs. It's an hour and a half movie, and then they released the uncut version on Blu-ray, and it's like 2.5 hours.
I've never seen it, Gareth. I've never seen that one.
It's a bizarre film.
I believe so. Its reputation. It was one that I never watched. I was
like, Malcolm McDowell, John Gielgud, and all these
actors. I like Malcolm McDowell as well.
Yeah, but he's absolutely crazy about it. Those actors didn't know it was a porno. They added all the porn scenes after they'd done all their acting.
Well, there was a few films doing that. I remember one called Slaughter Hotel, horror film. Mm-hmm. And one of I think it was Rose Ablaneri, one of the women, the sexy women of the Italians Giallo series. Okay. She actually tried to get the film stopped because there's some sex film scenes put in that weren't her. Oh. They weren't her. They were after. See, the scenes, it was pretty graphic. So Slaughter Hotel, that's a good one. I recommend that one. That's a sex comedy. They put mentally ill patients in this hotel with swords and spikes, weapons all over the walls, which they could just pick off and, beautifully decorated. It's like going into my dad's living room with all his knives and his guns and his spears. There's things on the bloody wall. You know what I Mentally ill patients, you know what I mean?
Chris Hansen might be joining the stream.
Yeah.
Really? Where is he? Probably. Benny Hill is problematic now. Yes, I think
He was then.
Yeah, he got cancelled pretty early in the 90s, early 90s.
Yeah.
He might get a resurgence. The Americans loved him until recently, but yeah, it's funny how they know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him being cancelled back in the 90s in the papers. He just turned on him. And then praising Jimmy Savile for his marathons and charity work.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that name puts...
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Children's entertainer in the 70s and everyone's favourite charity person.
I expected the Crankies to be on that list somewhere along the line.
No, that's really... Yeah.
Bernie Clifton and all them lot. I thought they'd have... Well, Rolf Harris was there, wasn't he? They were all on Stuart Hall.
All the big people of the 70s and 80s. But
I'll tell you,
all on the BBC.
Jimmy Savile, though, what a horrible human being. And when we were kids, Jim Will Fix It was the biggest thing on TV for the kids, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember my junior school, we all written a letter. The school sent letters to Jim Will Fix It.
I did.
Please, could you fix it for me to meet like Boy George or somebody? You know what I mean? The kids of the day was asking to. I think I wanted to meet Mr. T because he beat up Rocky and Rocky.
That might be a tricky one.
Yeah.
I have reached out to him on the channel. So if I get him on the channel, I'll invite you on that one so you can meet him.
Yeah.
But I think he's gone very religious.
Sickening what you found out about him.
Yeah.
He was everyone's childhood of a certain age. Everybody remembers him. From Top of the Pops from the radio. He was even a wrestler. He was a wrestler at one point, Jimmy Savile. Got his head kicked in a few times. Some of the wrestlers kicked his head in.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that was back in the day. But yeah.
It was a revenge film. Two guys. The guy, 2 times a girl, she kills herself, and the sister just seduces the guy, drugs him. Oh, okay, yeah. Not a sexy romp. Yeah.
It's a date rape thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
in reverse.
It's a Friday night in Newton.
Ooh, you can say that now. You're not. Ali Jean. Oh, that's definitely. I haven't seen much of Jane Furman. The Git. Oh yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
Oh, that guy.
That's utter impossible. Keep it clean. Big bouncy mama's did it for me. Oh, Russ Meyer. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. He did a few, didn't he?
He did.
Up. Russ Meyer's Up and Vixen and Beyond the Valley of the Dolls and
Late Night
Sherry, Harry and Raquel or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure. There you go. Thank you, Jeff. Party at Kitty and Studs. That was Sly's softcore film.
Party
he made just before Rocky. Hey, Pete. Glad you could join us. Oh, yeah. You've asked for... He's going to watch a 7-watch party. So that should be fun.
The surprise ending.
Oh, hang on. Reminds me. We have... Pete is here Tuesday for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The first one. The best one. What's that?
You think Johnny will go back to Pirates now this Amber Heard's
I don't know. They're going to back a big truck of money up, aren't they?
They're going to have to major kiss his ass, aren't they?
Yeah. The problem I had with a lot of Russ Meyer moves, huge fumes, but often ugly faces. You don't look at the mantle when you're poking the fire, do you, Dutch? Sean Blue Digital here. Hey, welcome, sir. Welcome.
Hey, Sean.
Here we go. Cheeky with Tinto Brass. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lovely lady in that one. Just riding a push bike in a skirt and no underwear and in a windy day. That's right. It's art. I tell you, art.
Well, yeah. Well, when I was at Art Coach, all these crazy things was explode. like the punk film Jubilee with Ty Wilcox and Adam Antin, and that was an experience. The history of art, we had to stay behind. I think it was a Tuesdays. The history of art and design till about 7 o'clock in college, and the history of art and design tutor Pete, he was into all that. So he's shown us Jubilee and all that. We were all sat there like, what the fuck? What's he into? Post-punk stuff and that. Yeah, it was England in the 70s.
Oh, that is true. Play Tender Guide, the porn chat has already started, yes. Because, yeah.
It started in the comments. Me and Gavin are just reading it off, going, what are they talking about?
Well, speaking of porn, because by the 90s, you couldn't get any of these films in the video store.
No, well, you couldn't. You couldn't get. I think they did eventually get, yeah.
Educational videos.
Oh, The Art of Making Love, right. Okay.
I don't know who would want such a thing, but
that's The Joy of Sex was a big thing going around in the.
Yeah, so that was the other one.
That was another one that people were getting because they could actually see something.
I can't read any of these, but if you're quick enough to look and it's focusing, too small. Never mind.
For educational purposes only.
Yes, it was. None of these.
That's how they got around it, exempt from certification, because it was a documentary. It was, and the stuff they put on these documentaries was
well, it's like British porn, even in the 80s, 90s, couldn't show penetration, could they? That was cut out.
No. One of the big things with horror, the penetration shots all got cut out.
Yeah, and the horror, yeah.
With the penetration shots, stick him again, no, out.
Oh, there you go.
No,
tea and biscuits.
Bizarre, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Bizarre what they were doing. It was extreme.
Have you gone to the boobtastic stream? I'm not getting my boobs out. Slasher Fred is here. Welcome. One of the most famous adult films of the 70s, Debbie Does Dallas. Yes,
well, that title became synonymous, didn't it? It became like a real Debbie Does Dallas, and it became like an in-joke, and people was like Bobby does Sue, and Debbie does the world, and Dallas does Dynasty. Remember all that? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that is true. And then
it's not like the golden oldies. You probably watch it today. You probably think, well, yeah, power to them, because they got away with quite a bit of them, didn't they?
Well, yeah, it's like people now probably watching American Werewolf in London. They see Piccadilly Circus, and then they see all the porno cinemas and the main part of it, and think, oh, it's just a joke. But no, it was that was Piccadilly Circus.
It, wasn't it? That was it back then in the day. Soho and all that lot.
Yeah, because it had its own red light district. Of all the shops.
Soho, wasn't it? Canal Street and all that in Manchester.
Yeah. I never went there, no, so I wouldn't know. But
there was but I mean, you drive. Tell you what, you drive down there at night, you have to lock your doors, because I had driven down there, and I was trying to get to a venue for a rock concert, and I stopped at a junction. I looked in my mirror, and I could see women in high heels and shorts running down the street towards my car, and I'm thinking, the fuck's this? And I'm thinking, shit, the prostitute's trying to jump in my car. Like, what the fuck? The car was being chased by a gaggle of these women with suspenders on and all sorts. I'm thinking, what the fuck? I was scared to fucking death. So they're gonna kill me, rob me and kill me. I thought, I've done nothing wrong. I'm not a woman hater.
Who's the guy that did the review show in the Soho? And all the porn mags and everything.
Yeah, I remember.
Famous guy, can't think of as usual, but someone will tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have that program, Entertainment USA, back in the 80s, didn't we? And that's the only bit of news from America that we could get. We knew nothing. Yeah. We knew nothing before the internet, and we didn't know whether these films were being released anywhere else. And we didn't know what America was having.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But no, we had no contact with the world, did we?
Yeah. Phil Redmond. Was that?
Phil Redmond, that's it, yeah.
It's going to be, everyone's joining in the fun now.
Phil Redmond, was he the guy who did Brookside and
Oh, that's
Grange?
It's the other guy. Other Phil. Hang on. Or was it Redman? Or Phil?
I was going to say Phil Redmond did Brookside and Grange.
Brookside and Grange Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil's review. How do you spell review? What was his name? No, not that one. How do you spell review? Soho. No, not Sogo. Soho.
No, this is a bad show in this, Graham. Gareth, we're supposed to be the specialists here.
Yeah, I know. Phil something, was it? Phil?
It warped our memories and our minds that bad. What we saw on the screens.
Yeah, every other shop was a sex shop.
What we saw burned our eyes and our memories. We can't get rid of it. We didn't know names. We just saw things that we can't see.
I can't see it. He did magazines and everything. Someone will tell me. Thriller, a cruel picture with Lindbergh featured porn scenes. Okay.
Well, they tried to throw all sorts, didn't they? They say, well, this is a comedy, porn in it. This is a drama, had porn in it. This is a documentary, had porn in it, you know.
Yeah, anything, because, we were very restrictive.
Trying to get around the censors, yeah.
Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, I tried to think what he was saying during the making of them.
A bit like John Saxon when he was in a cannibal film. He didn't know what he was doing there. But he was in a lot of the video nasties.
Yeah, obviously didn't get the whole script.
No. He just thought he was a Vietnam vet coming home, not eating people. In the sewer.
There you go. Rosabella Neri.
Yeah, that's it. Rosabella Neri. She was beautiful. She's in Slaughter Hotel, and she was complaining that there was sex scenes that was made out to be her, and she said no, they were. I mean, she does get naked in there, so you do believe that these scenes are her, but no, it was apparently they brought in prostitutes to do these scenes with, she was. But back in the 70s, they had no power like they would today to stop the directors and producers. Edwidge Fenech, she was in Hostel Part 2 as an art teacher.
Oh, can't see it.
Yeah,
no, it's gone.
You're going to get dinged.
She's got a clothes on. It's armored bikini. It was a funny seeing all that 90s TV ad before the diversity police took over.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There you go. Oh, the key. She had a great horse. A fine Italian bush. No, not impossible. It's not really to get poetic. All right. That's the one. Okay. Right, hang on. The chat's jumping again. Right. I didn't mind the Confessions film. Some of them are on Amazon Prime. I watched one a few months ago. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, they're still great fun. I watched that.
Yeah, you can Amazon Prime. You can pick stuff like that.
Yeah, is that? Who did I say?
You won't find them on Netflix, I don't think, but Amazon Prime you will.
Yeah. He's got a tape, red hot video. Okay, be careful if you show it. What's on it?
Okay. There we go.
It's pixelated.
End of the live stream.
Yeah, that's the one with Linda Bells. Yeah, it's a great figure. I'm genuinely excited to be manhandled by Robin Askwith.
Well, yeah. But the sad thing is that we saw that for the pretty woman that she was, but she turned into like the gravy advert mum. And we were all horrified.
I remember at the start of Sweeney, saw a lot of the Sweeney film. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a brutal scene. Oh, okay. The old Basic Instinct, a mystery thriller with porn in it.
Minus penetration, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
A lot of single men was in the cinema when I was in there. And I was one of them.
Me and Jilly watched Showgirls the other night on Prime. That was one.
It basically is, isn't it? Showgirls 2 is a bit more strange.
It's okay because it's art, Gareth. It was dancing.
That is true. They're dancing in Vegas like that. So fancy some Turkish like pink or red. There's one called Woven in the Box. Right, what's next? Oh, the infamous Porky.
Now I remember that one very, very well.
Yeah, me Well, I never saw it until the 90s, I think.
Really? Oh, I watched it when it came out. My sisters and her friends grabbed that one straight away. No
I
pun
bet.
intended.
The lovely Kim Cattrall in it.
Yeah, Lassie. Why do they keep calling her Lassie? I mean, I'm not being funny, but you wouldn't have a gym teacher like Kim Cattrall, would you?
Well, yeah, it was mixed boys and girls lessons. They shared the gym at the same time, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's it? Kim Cattrall, Honeywell. Was her real name in that? And Ball Bricker. Nancy
Ball
Pass.
Bricker, yeah, Ball Bricker.
She could identify the penis.
Exactly. It had a mole on it, apparently. She's like, I had it in my hands.
Yeah.
Porky's was brilliant.
It was, yeah.
That was like probably a really, really well made film for what it was.
Yeah, it was. Who was it? The guy
stood out, that one. It stood out quality wise. It stood out it did stand out, Porky's.
Yeah, it wasn't just about the nudity.
Yeah. And when they went to the bar, didn't they?
The Porky's bar, yeah.
Porky's bar, yeah, and he beats one of them up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then isn't one of them's older brother a cop?
Yeah.
And they cross the state line and he smashes his car and beats him.
Yeah, that's it. The ending, yeah, they teach him a lesson.
I remember, Porky stands out because I remember watching Porky's and it was more of it did have some serious moments in it. It was a well-made film, Porky's.
Yeah, I think isn't there one character that's going off to war or something? I can't remember now. But yeah, by Bob Clark, who did what was it, Black Christmas and Christmas Story.
Black Christmas is brilliant. The original, yeah.
3 totally different types of films.
Yeah. Did he make a couple of sequels to Porky's?
Yep, but there's Porky's 2 the next day, which came out, and then there was.
Was there a 3? Yeah,
Porky's Revenge in '85, I think. Yeah. Not so good. Not so much nudity in this one.
I don't think I saw the sequels. I just saw the original Porky's.
Yeah, just girls eating bananas in this one.
Oh, right. Okay. So that's where it went to in the 90s. In the 80s and the 70s, we got full frontal and porn scenes. In the 80s, we got a little bit less, and in the 90s, we got women eating bananas and playing with strawberries.
Yeah, it's rare to find a non-stretched basic instinct. Yeah, I have to see what I got. An ex-rental one upstairs. I'll have to see if it's actually just a snowy video. Ah, there you go. Turkish Delight. Now we're talking some Dutch art movies. Red hot Dutch movies. I see. Porky's is a kind of Animal House of the 80s.
That's right, yeah. Animal House as well, yeah. That's The Bachelor as well, stuff like that. Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, Bachelor Party's great.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
Hired Basic Instinct in '92. Every time it got to the leg bit, the tape had tracking control issues.
But it was like, what? Come play with me. But me and my mate were watching, and it was all snow until like it fizzled out, and then all of a sudden it was two fellas sat at a club in a bar. That's all we saw. Murray Millington. We didn't see Murray Millington. We saw 2 guys.
In a blizzard.
In the blizzard of. I mean, mate was on his knees forever, like twiddling with the buttons. Shit. Have we got anything? I said, here we go, we're getting something. Then it'd come back and it'd be the 2 fellas. Oh, fucking hell. All we saw was 2 fellas.
Just like encrypted satellite pictures.
No. Hey, remember when satellite TV first come around? And you used to have Sat1 and RTL and all them?
Yeah, all the Netherlands and German.
They were showing the foreign rude films then, weren't they? That was early 90s. That was a taste of it from around the world, because at that point we had nothing. In England we only had the confessions and whatever was released. But then when we got satellite TV just before the internet, it was like, wow, this is coming from Romania or somewhere, or Germany, or where. Yeah, we could see these things. Your dad would be up for 24 hours straight watching Sat 1. He didn't leave the armchair.
Private Resort, yeah, that's another one. There were so many in the sex comedies of the 80s, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Where there wasn't all the pranks and stuff.
Yeah. American Pie tried to copy that routine, didn't it?
Yeah, but there was also the Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds, yeah, with Robert Carradine.
Yeah.
Donald Gibb.
Yeah. There's definitely some pictures.
That was a good one, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and then there was a second. I think there's about 5 in all, or 6.
I didn't see the second one. I think I did see the second one. My sister and her friends rented the second one. They didn't like it, but is it where Olga turns into a nerd at the end, the big fella who was a jock?
I think that's so, yeah, because this one's only a 15. I think they go to
they
holiday.
Get stranded on a desert. But the original's the best one.
Yeah, it is. You know, that's problematic.
Police Academy had its moments. Remember Police Academy, the first one?
Yeah, there's a shower scene in that one.
Was that a 15, Gar? I think that was a 15.
It was a 15, yeah.
I had a couple of scenes in there that I was like...
There's some boobs.
Hiding under the podium.
Oh, yes.
Can we have the lights down, please?
Yeah, because he does think it's Mahoney doing it. Oh, yeah, Action Jackson, Basic Instinct, Sliver. Sorry, I always call it Silver.
Yeah.
Specialist, and a few more I forgot, yeah. But that's about her big track run, isn't it?
Action Jackson, was that Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
Carl Weathers. I didn't think that was a sex comedy.
Well, it's got Sharon Stone in it. I think he's going for this one.
Alan Quatermain had Sharon Stone in it.
Oh, I need to watch those again. They look so bad. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's in the non-US version. She's naked. Okay. I'm going to check my VHS later.
What was the Western, Gareth, with Raquel Welch in?
Ooh.
Raquel Welch was a good-looking woman.
Yeah, I'm sure
someone saw her in a Western, and she got out of the bath, and she was getting she was shrinking her leathers. I always remember that scene for some reason.
I wonder why. Consider
God.
the Dire Silver, produced by the late Robert Evans, heavily cut on cinema release, but Paramount finally. Oh, that's uncut, is it? Because I saw that in the cinema.
Is that the one with all the cameras? The one with all the cameras. Was it William Baldwin in that?
That's him and Tom Berenger.
Yeah. One of the other. Yeah, one of them was a stalker, psycho, or something.
Yeah, and then they changed the ending just before it came out in the cinema. They had to re-edit it. But
see, I was lost in horror at that point. Everyone was saying about Slither and Basic Instinct, and I was like, pieces. Give me pieces.
Explain the ending of Pieces for me.
Yeah.
The hand comes up, rips fiends, and blood comes out.
That's it. Yeah, pulls his dick off on screen.
But genes are very strong.
He made his own woman, didn't he? On his female bits. That was crazy. Yeah. That was my Basic Instinct.
And the woman shouting, "Bastard, bastard, bastard," isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, didn't it?
And then poor random Asian guy that turns up in a Bruce Lee part.
Oh yeah, that was
what's his name?
Bruce Lee with one E.
Yeah.
He did a lot of Bruce Lee kung fu films.
Yeah, so they just had him randomly.
And I was sat there. I choked on my coffee when I watched it because I'd watched him as a kid. I thought he was ace. And I was sat there. I was sat there watching Pieces, and then all of a sudden, woo, he jumps out. And I went, Bruce Lee.
What the fuck's he doing in this?
In his only American horror film.
I don't think I want to know this DVD and movie film look. I'm sure it's just.
That's the problem with rented VHS tapes. You never knew what you were getting there, mate.
I'm sure it's just haunted with ectoplasm.
Hell's bells. Imagine opening up the cover. There we go. I've got. What is it? But what's inside? That was my porn.
There is a lot of nudity in it.
I was going to say there's some scenes in this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
Naked
was heavily
swimming.
cut on.
Who in the
detail.
right mind would get naked in that lake? I'll never know. Who in the right mind would get naked in that lake? I'll never know.
Oh yeah. Hang on, sorry. The opening of very basic answer. Yeah, that goes from this opening, doesn't it? After the titles, just goes straight.
It was that was a very artistic shot, wasn't it? With the music and the strings and the cinematographer come in, and you never really saw the face. You just saw the blonde, and you just saw the naked body, and then the ice pick. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, and then they copy it like twice again in the movie, just in case you think it's going to happen again.
Didn't Madonna try to outdo with Body of Evidence?
They're just coming up to that.
There it is.
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, well, he got a shot when she sat on his face, didn't she?
And candle wax burnt on him.
Certainly
in a car
did.
park, I think, wasn't it?
I think that inspired a lot of angry women to burn their husbands.
Yeah, I don't think I've got that one. I've got Slither. Oh yeah, the 4K basic instinct that can't be damaged.
Better quality, can't be damaged. Well, if your wife gets it and snaps it, it will be damaged.
Yeah, we're just listening to the films that Sharon Stone's naked in. He's got an encyclopedic knowledge. Thanks, Jeff.
So you're a Sharon Stone fan then?
Annie Calder. Hang on. Oh, with Racco Welch, is it? Okay.
I don't know. It was a Western. It was a Western. I always remember it being a Western. Didn't know the title. I was mesmerized by Raquel Welch when I first saw it. I was a lot younger when I saw
that. Kim Cattrall showing some bush in the dorm. God bless her. Is that Porky's?
that with Porky's, yeah.
Yeah, I remember how much.
God bless Lassie.
Although I prefer it in a fur coat and lingerie and mannequin. The nurse in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Is that the only one?
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah,
actual sex.
And that was the mute kid, wasn't it, Joey?
Yeah.
Had a crush on the nurse, and then that sleazy orderly coming over ruins his day.
Yeah. Freddie using his tongue in all the wrong places.
Yeah. He should have been killing the victims instead of kissing them.
It's only a guard. Careful.
But a bit close to the eyes there.
You get them banned if you get injured by them. What about the sex? Yeah, there it is. That was What was it? Body of Evidence. I can't even remember what the story was.
Body of Evidence. Yeah.
The sex scenes. I remember reading that the article in the paper when that was released. Yeah, it's in the papers.
Slamming Madonna for all these scenes.
Yeah, it's an SMN.
She was trying to rival Basic Instinct and Sliver and all that. And I thought, well, why not? I mean, she's Madonna.
I think she killed her husband or killed a man by sex? And then William Dafoe was her lawyer trying to get her off.
And he got her off in a few ways, and then she turned
I'm going to have to watch that now.
I think Julianne Moore was in that Body of Evidence as his wife.
Everyone was jumping on the bandwagon thinking it made them famous.
Yeah.
Someone beat you to it there. Right. I missed the comment. Okay. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's still at work. All right. Don't get caught, Jeff. Oh, here we go. Someone's got their list.
Screwballs.
Screwballs. Spring Break, Up the Creek, Stitches. Hamburger, the motion picture. I saw that recently. That's not too bad, that one.
Hamburger was Hots. Yeah, Hots. Hots.
There you go.
That was another one. Yeah.
They were just churning them out back then.
Screwball.
Private Lessons. Was it Private Lessons with Sylvia Crystal, where she was au pair and
the schoolboy.
Yeah. But then he was like blackmailing his dad or something, or someone.
I think so.
Yeah, and then trying to get the money to run away with her or something. But then
Yeah, like this 15-year-old kid or something with a
Yeah.
Porsche or something.
Bathing Sylvia Crystal.
They'd be jailed now, wouldn't they? They'd be jailed today for that.
He was a hero back then.
He was a hero. Today he'd be let off in cuffs.
Oh.
Dirty bastard. She'd be jailed and he'd be
Now he's thinking of the bit Red Dwarf where Lister kisses the alien because she disguises what she looks like, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's gross, that bit. Oh, there you go. He's watching a big boob cruise on electric blue. Someone knows that far too well at that. Fuck to that thing.
My mate rented the furry honeypot adventure.
I think the Hussein brothers saw you coming.
It had no cover and no label on the furry honeypot adventure. He popped it in thinking it was going to be a good one, and it was an animated cat, Mrs. Rabbit. The furry honeypot adventure.
So yeah. Okay, I'll go back to that list. What have I seen? I think I've seen Hardboiled. I've definitely seen Screwballs. Don't know about the other. I've definitely seen Hamburger. Hot Dog the movie rings a bell, but Stewardess Academy. What's it? Vice Academy as well, isn't it? That was.
Yeah,
What's her name? Not from. Was it Revenge of the Living Dead? What's her name? Vice, because right, two or three.
Lena Quigley.
Yeah, I think she's. Is it her in there? Because there's a couple of porn stars in a few of them, I think. Yeah, Leanna Quigley and Ginger Lynn Allen in the first one.
Ginger Lynn Allen, yeah.
Blast in the past. And then in Vice City, but there's no nudity, it's just like underwear stuff, I think.
Right.
Unless it was an edited one I saw. I know, yeah, then they're back in the sequel. I think it's the third one that's different character actors. Ginger Lynn's in the third one with Elizabeth Caitlin.
Right.
I don't know who that is. I'm sure it's from the industry. Right, okay. Right, where are we? May I suggest... Oh, I don't know. What's this? Oh, yes. King Fiat. Something else, isn't it? King Frat. That should be, Joysticks and Summer Job. Yeah, I remember Joysticks.
Yeah. That King Frat. Yeah, that. I remember that one.
I only remember it from the...
I remember the cover. I don't think I watched it. I remember the cover. Because I'm dyslexic, so I thought King Fart.
Yes, well, he does do that a lot in the film, apparently.
I am dyslexic, so I always read the cover as King Fart. So I was like, King Fart? And I never bothered.
Yeah, I think there's a farting competition in it.
It's like Revenge of the Nerds with the burping competition.
Yeah. Oh, joysticks, yeah.
Joysticks, yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I remember that. And then there was Zapped with what's his name?
Zapped. Yeah, I remember the cover of that. That was on was it the Embassy label with the blonde girl getting a clothes zapped off? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
The cover. Never seen it, but I remember the cover.
One of the actress, Heather, one of the Locklears, is it Heather Locklear? Gets her chest exposed. It's one of the Heathers from the 80s. Just hope my wife doesn't come in. Yeah. Checking your chat history. Big Jugs. A History of Modern Culture in the 19th Century. That's the one.
Swedish Honeypot Adventure. Shady VHS, not seen, no cover.
Bottom references, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The Furry Honeypot Adventure,
yeah. An 80s movie called My Tutor. Okay, there we go. A young teen boy falls for his French tutor, and it stars the late Kevin McCarthy.
That was still into Private Lessons, wasn't it? That storyline was...
Because I think Private Lessons...
The sexy homeschool teacher turns up for the problem teen.
Every boy's fantasy back then. Because I think Private Lessons had a sequel. Hang on. Yeah, Howard Hessman was the dad in Private Lessons. That was Silver Crystal, but then... Although, if you're going to have a gym teacher, it'd probably be Kelly LeBrock, wouldn't
Weird Science.
it? Private Lessons 2. Oh, it didn't happen until 10 years later. Well, that seems to be different. Although, I think the one art film that made it to the cinema in the 90s was, what was it called? The Lover, with the sinner from Pinner, Jane March, or whatever it was.
Ah, right, yeah.
That was heavily sexual.
Yeah, they had a spate of those, didn't they? They released quite a few. The Lover was one of them. And then was it the 9 Songs or something like that afterwards?
Oh, 9 Songs. That's another famous one for actual real sex as well, isn't it?
Came out because the Lover sparked this art film sort of thing. The Lover was, that was another one, wasn't it, that come out? I don't think
foreign director and foreign set that was allowed all the way through, I think.
Yeah, and then there was other stuff. 9 Songs, and it got passed in Britain. You know what I mean? You could see it on VHS.
Blue. That's another art film. Swedish Legends in Blackcurrant Jam Making. So on. Then you had My Tutor. Oh, someone else there. A 30-year-old nymph teaches 15-year-old kids a trick or two.
Similar to Private Lessons with Sylvia Crystal.
Yeah. Check this out. Who's in there? Am I My Tutor.
Gareth's checking all the dirty details there.
Great minds, actually. Yeah. Here it is. 1983. My Tutor. It's a rich father hires a tutor for his son. The son is a horny teenager, and the tutor is a gorgeous blonde. Complications ensue.
It's like the B movie horror movies where they hire the nanny or something, and she's a sexy nanny, and the husband gets him up, but she's been wronged, and she turns into a psycho and kills the wife. And
Crispin Glover's in it.
Yeah, it's all based on the same sort of stuff.
Private Lessons, Private School, My Teacher's Wife, Hard Bodies, Mischief. That's another one I remember. Zap. There you go. Class, Secret Admirer. Bloody Up the Creek. Someone mentioned Last American Virgin. Yeah, The Beach Girls, Spring Break. Yeah.
Going steady.
Yeah. Right. Where are we? It's going to be dirty. It says Swedish. Yeah. Any Swedish.
ABBA's Swedish. That's dirty as well.
Yeah. Oh, someone's got the same mind. Big question. Oh, and it's serious. Do you have any British liquid gold tape?
Liquid gold. Wow.
I
remember that label. Liquid gold.
Hang on. Let me just.
Have you got any liquid gold there, Gareth?
Foster's.
Well, I was going to say it's not just John Smith's bitter. It's liquid gold. My uncle Fred used to say liquid gold quite a lot. Now I know he meant the dirty bastard.
I see. In bed with Lindsay Drew Mackenzie. I see. Yeah.
Liquid gold. Yeah.
8 months pregnant, limited edition.
What?
Lindsay Dornan's sister, 36F. Hot, wet teenager, even though she looks about 30.
Is it Caroline Munro in Slaughter High? She was about 35, 40, playing some teenage girl. Thank God's sake.
I don't think I have any.
The girl's mum. Gonna drag the killer home with his ear. Come on now, son. When I watched that was 85 Slaughter High.
Is that the one with the jester on the cover?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
and filmed in Britain, but it's supposed to be set in America somewhere.
And and Caroline Munro was the starlet in it who he fancied, and she was about 40 in it. And I was like, she's trying to play how old? Late teen, early 20 going. She's the killer's mum. Come on. Yeah, Slaughterhouse High, something like that, yeah.
No, I don't have any liquid gold yet.
Not liquid gold.
In a VHS pickups, there was Lindsay Dawn Mackenzie DVDs They were from the Sunday Sport. So they advertised on the front some videos she'd done. You put it in the DVD player. It says, "Phone this high-cost phone number to get the codes to order the codes to unlock the DVD to play it."
My word! Back in the days.
Question for my friend here. He mentioned scenes were shot using different actors, and she complained in the studio. What was the title? Okay.
Slaughter Hotel. And that's Rose Ablaneri was in that one. And Klaus Kinski was a doctor. He was a psychiatrist in it.
He turns up everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Was it someone Carlson's in it? 2 doctors. They got this like hotel, and the rooms are decorated with like mass weapons of destruction, like swords and nunchuckers and spikes and all sorts of torture devices, and there's mentally ill patients, and they're free to grab these spears and daggers and axes that's on the wall. Yeah, it's called Slaughter Hotel. It's one of my favorite Giallo ones, and it's got some good scenes in it. But again, a lot of nudity in that one. And Rose Ablaneri was complaining on the Blu-ray that we've got. She was complaining, saying that they hired prostitutes and they had added scenes, and they made it out that she was doing these scenes, and it were because you don't see her face because it's obviously
I'd like to stand up some of these.
Slaughter Hotel and Strip Nude for Your Killer is another good one. That's got Edwidge Fenwick in it. Strip Nude for Your Killer's got a lot of nudity, and there's a biker going round, somebody with a motorbike helmet and leather suit, killing all the women and people in the bit of a whodunit. It's a good film, but again, that's got a lot of sex scenes and stuff in it, so it's relatable to what we're talking about. Slaughter Hotel and Strip Nude for Your Killer, and Torso as well. Torso's another one. Another Giallo one. Torso. That a group of girls go to this villa and someone picks them off with a hacksaw. Yeah. But there's a lot of nudity in that one. So there's 3 for you. My contribution to the evening. Gareth going on about liquid gold and Porkies, and there's me with a Slaughter Hotel and Strip Nude for Your Killer. Yeah. King Frat was a bit release. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I always thought it was King Fart because dyslexia.
She is quite tall, isn't she? Shelley Long.
Oh, well, Tom Cruise is only 4'3", isn't he? They must have studied on some boxes or put him in high heels to get to 5 foot.
Poor Kelly LeBrock being married to Steven Seagal. Yeah.
Oh, she was it Hard to Kill? She was
Hard to Kill. Yeah, they met and fell in love. Wow. Maybe just saw him on the rise.
There's no questions, is there? Well, there is questions, but there's mind-boggling how that works.
Evil Dead with the trees.
Well, Evil Dead, that got banned outright because of the tree thing. Because people going about, it was the effects that got it banned. No, it was the rape of the tree raping the woman that did it with the BBFC. Yeah. The gore and chopping off the head with a spade didn't help, but it was largely, as ridiculous as it is, the tree scene. That's where they went, no, enough. Abuse, harm to women and children, animals is a no-no, and even to this day. So I'm surprised. I'm shocked that Evil Dead has been released uncut in the UK, because they will not release "I Spit on Your Grave" no matter what the cover says. In the UK, that film will never ever be released uncut. A few collectors have bitched and moaned to me, saying, "Well, they got a new 4K special edition." I went, it'll be cut. You'll never get the uncut version in the UK again after the pre-cert VHS. Because cruelty to animals and women, So that's Cannibal Holocaust and I Spit on Your Grave out. You will never get them released in the UK uncut. Never.
Even Rambo 3 is cut because of a horse trips over. They force a horse to trip over.
There was controversy about that, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. It's cut in Britain. It's still on Blu-ray. Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, horses do fall over in the Grand National every year, but
there's always a tent up where they have to kill one.
Yeah. And some are put out to pasture, aren't they? But yeah, it's ridiculous. Anything harm to women, children, or animals is a no-no.
Yeah. The woman in red. Yeah, that was it. She was wasted on Gmod. Yeah, I watched that again.
The woman in red. Wasn't that the Krista Bird song, "The Lady in Red"? Was it? No. Was that in that film?
No, I keep confusing. Yeah, because it's the woman in red, but the
Lady in Red.
By, what's his name?
Krista Berg.
No. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
I Just Called to Say I Love You. I think it was used in that film.
Was that?
But yeah, Kelly LeBrock is fully nude in that one, a full frontal, just as she gets out of the bed. If anyone's interested.
just add that in there.
Yeah. Then you had the incredible sexy Betsy Ross riding naked on a horse in private school with Phoebe Cates and then taking lots of showers in Tomboy.
Phoebe Cates of Gremlins.
Yeah, because you get the famous scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High where she takes her bikini off. That's many a gif. Yeah, she looked great in Weird Science. That's Mischief. Wow, that was a great nude scene. Are there any ladies in the chat?
We're all waiting for the boyfriends and the husbands to come off this live stream. They got the Slaughter Hotel knife.
Travolta's wife, yes. Was it Kelly Preston? What did I see on the other night?
Yeah, Kelly Preston, God bless her. She died, didn't she?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
Quite young.
I think, wasn't she in Pretty Woman 2?
Is there a Pretty Woman 2?
I think she was in a sequel to. She was in a sequel to
something.
One of them.
Okay.
I think it's Kelly Preston.
I think
I might get that wrong because I'm not a romantic film type of guy, as you can tell. Well, but she did a sequel.
Someone will tell us.
I don't know, but Travolta's wife, Kelly Preston, she was a nice looking girl.
Topless in 52 Pickup with Roy Scheider because he's having an affair with her.
Yes, yeah.
And then they shoot her, and then they rip her top open, and then they shoot her.
What was that other?
Totally Slasher Fred.
Slasher Fred with the original Halloween love scene. Now, which one? The 10-second fart at the beginning, or the?
Oh yeah, Trading Places. Jamie Lee Curtin gets legit. Yeah, that's a good one. Trying to lose her good girl image. There you go. Fat Face. Yeah. Oh, in Paradise, of course. Oh, I didn't know about Paradise. Going took for now. Thanks. Okay. Jamie Lee Curtis also in True Lies the dancing. Yeah.
See, people just see these new Halloween films and think, "Oh, she's an old woman," but we remember back in the day, Mother's Boy. She was nice in Mother's Boy as well.
Right. What's that workout one with Travolta?
Perfect. With John Travolta.
She was known as the Body back then, wasn't she?
I'll tell you, people they might laugh and say, "Oh, she's an old woman," but she was not always old.
Yes. Pete's a young guy. He just discovered Trading Places.
Yeah.
White Mischief, yes, with Giles Dance and Greta Sarchi. Blake Seven, Jacqueline Pearce starred in the film. Did a strip on a table. She looked fab. Klaus Kinski is amazing. Yeah, he is everywhere, wasn't he? Back in the 70s.
Yeah, he's in Slaughter Hotel. I mean, he's one of the psychiatrists. Always chain smoking in it as well. He had his long hair.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Judge Reynolds spying on her, and then goes for a J. Arthur in the toilet, and she walks in. Strip nude for your cat killers. Okay, that's Because yeah,
Well, strip nude for your killer and Slaughter Hotel. I think Slaughter Hotel's got more. I don't know. They're on the par, them two. You have to check that. Slaughter Hotel and Strip Nude for Your Killer and Torso. Torso's probably the tamest out of all of them, but it's saucy. It is. It is. My wife's a massive fan of all that.
Okay.
So lucky me.
Yeah, Perfect was the like that music video by Eric Prince, Call on Me, where they did.
Oh yeah, that got released and there was uproar there.
Don't know why. I enjoyed it. Perfect. Jamie Lee in stretch pants. There you go. Yeah, is it everything everywhere all at once? She's got old lady wig and old lady clothes on. Doesn't help. To help you out in return, they did the same thing for the unrated cut of Ugly. They hired a professional for the character's love scene with cheesy Porto music, and he owns it.
Well done, monkey.
All right, good one, Dutch. Certainly education watching Jamie Lee Curtis dance to the motion. Hang on. Oh, right. Are you still here, Matthew Binney? Original Dead was a serious horror film and 2 sequels were screwball comedies.
That's right. That's right. There was less comedy in the original Evil Dead.
Oh, cheesy porno music, not Porto. Okay, that makes more sense. The Blu-ray Rambo is uncut. I have it and I can prove it. Well, is it a UK one? Because I heard it was cut. Maybe they re-released it. Coyote Ugly type. There you go. Typos. Morning, Mr. Campbell. Saturday morning for New Zealand. Morning. Barbed wire. Damn, I forgot to. I got the sex tape upstairs. I thought.
With Tommy Lee.
Yeah. I think it's
there was a few sex tapes going around with rock stars. Pam Ronson, Tommy Lee, and Vince Neil from some other girl. Vince Neil from yes. There was a few, weren't there?
Milk Money.
Going around. I don't know. It was the sex tape scandal. The gardener stole it from the collection.
Oh yeah, Kelly Preston was in 10 to Minutes. So yeah, she one of the friends, isn't she?
Bronson, yeah.
Barbed wire for Pam's twins all the way. Do you actually see the twins? Is there a shower scene? I can't remember now.
Well, I like that Triumph bike she's on anyway, so I was captivated by that bike. I mean, come on with a good song with Gun, Word Up, and then that bike that she's got, that Triumph bike. Yeah, my granddad used to have a Triumph trophy. And I customized that, and I used to love Triumph motorbikes. Still do.
If you guys seen the horror classic Christine, Kelly Preston has a small appearance.
Yes, because she's the girl that Dennis should have got with. She was a knockout. She was a knockout. She was beautiful. And then when you saw the girl that they were all Arnie and Dennis, they were all asking her out. I was like, the blonde's way better. Go with the blonde. Go with the blonde. Yeah. Horror's my thing. Slasher Fred, as you can probably tell. So, yeah. Kelly Preston. I remember she did. Yeah, she passed away, bless her. But yeah, Christine. Yes, that was yeah. Kelly Preston was in Christine. Yeah, she was the blonde. Was a character? I think her character name was Rosette, if I believe, and she was always after Dennis the football, Arnie's friend. Very good film. Yeah. So, what's happening in the chat? I'm way behind on the chat. I think Gareth is as well. What about Madonna in the shite base getting ripped? Yeah, body of evidence. Yeah, that was a big thing when it came out. Body of evidence. I remember reading the newspaper article of how Madonna was competing with Sharon Stone. Yeah. Well, I'm way behind on the. Yeah. Evil Dead, yeah, the original Evil Dead, yeah, I've got, yeah. Why Garth's gone to relieve himself. Yeah, I got the original Evil Dead on Priest at VHS, and it was less of a comedy and more of an actual serious horror film. But what happened in the UK is when that tree scene got it banned, and obviously the blood and guts didn't really help. So yeah, Evil Dead. Loverboy, classic Dempsey. Loverboy. 7 minutes in heaven. Wow. Loverboy. Who was in Loverboy? Loverboy. You remember Loverboy, Gareth?
Loverboy sounds familiar. What was that about?
Yeah. Classic Dempsey. Yeah, Loverboy.
Yeah, I remember the poster now with Dempsey on.
Yeah.
So, have all the lecherous men gone? Right, good.
Yeah, I've just been showing me
yeah.
Evil Dead. And it was more of a serious. It was meant to be more of a serious horror. And then the comedy came in part 2 where it got over OTT because they realised the more OTT they got, the more they could probably get away with. You know, well that tree scene was a big no-no.
Definitely. The shower scenes are only featured on the DVD uncut copy. I own 3 copies. They didn't import it on the Blu-ray. Hang on, which is this for Loverboy? No, I missed something. Which film is that? Which
the shower scene?
80 shower scene. Which one's the best? Porky's. You got Carrie. You got. Isn't it like not
Psycho? You got Psycho. Shower scene.
What's that one with Corey Haim? There's where he pretends to be a girl in a school. Yeah, just one of the girls, I think it's called.
All right.
There's a massive.
No, I saw. Oh no, sorry, it was Fast Getaway. I saw where he dressed up in a wig. It was Fast Getaway where I saw Corey Haim, bless him, in a wig. And
Rock.
Oh yeah, well, I was a massive fan of her.
Yeah, that's the only reason I watched it. I own them.
It weren't for Leo Rossi in that one, I'm afraid.
Can't Buy Me Love in 7 minutes. And yeah, he had people seem to forget he was a child star or teen star.
Yeah.
The poster at VHS. Yeah, I have that. That's cut to shit.
I remember. Yeah, I remember it. Lived it. Yeah. I bought it there.
Parham Anderson wins every time. That's why they remade it. Yeah, Three Stooges sketch with gore. Custard pies.
The more they could get away with, the more over the top. It was just like, yeah.
I'm not going to pronounce that, but he directed an erotic film from France called The Beast. Saw it once in London. It takes Beauty and the Beast with hairy creature wanting some in and out. Someone had to make one.
Yeah.
A furries movie. Right, what's left in my pile? Oh. Da 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 da.
American Pie.
She's got clothes on. But it's got the back as well, just in case. But yeah, I think there is topless in the only topless, isn't it? In these, there's what's her name? The foreign exchange student in the first one, and then the 2 lesbian ladies in the house they're painting up in the second one. I think that's about the only nudity in those. You got Final Destination films. I got first one up there somewhere, and then I got the second one on X Rental. But yeah, I think that's the only 2 that made it on video, VHS.
Yeah, it sort of petered out in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
I think the last VHS I bought of X Rental was either Jason X or was it Scream 3?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely would have been around that.
Yeah, I think
Totally, yes. Because she was nude in the hotspot. Yeah, I heard that. I still haven't got to find it. And had the ride, everyone's favorite horse ride on a kiddies thing. Career opportunity. Yeah, that's a gif. Hey, what's he doing? Silly cat. Right. Remade it. Studios cannot afford to make a new Pamela Anderson. That is true. Right. Where are we? Love American Pie, the stiff Meister rules.
Yeah, that was funny.
Aren't we all more Shermanated?
American Pie kind on that trend, didn't they? From the confessions of and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
They started rolling them all into one, weren't they?
Yeah, because there's what, 4? Was it wedding reunion? So there's 4 originals and then about 10 spin-offs with the name. It's Shannon Elizabeth. Yes, in the first one as Nadia, the exchange student.
Ah, right. Yeah, she was in. Was it Scary Movie as the victim? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my arms broke. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Right, I guess. I think Matthew Binney has gone back to bed.
His tapes have fallen him.
Yeah, you'd have to be careful because there's a lot of weight on those shelves. But if you are still here, Matthew, let us know. We'd love to see your videos. So hopefully they're artistic. Right. Yes, 10 straight to video sequels indeed. Only care for the main ones. But yeah, I think one I saw was all right. I think that was Bandcamp, maybe. I think Tomcats. There you go. That's one of your favorite scenes where Michael hits on that seemingly shy redhead's eyebrow and it turns out to be a crazy S&M girl. That's always the quiet ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Isn't it crazy though how loads of people have just chimed in with their films? You know what I mean? It's just because they're all watching these things.
There was a hell of a lot of them, wasn't there? I didn't realise.
It was flooded with them, wasn't it? It was flooded with them.
With the grandmother made me vomit recently.
Oh no.
I think I blacked that from my memory. I don't remember much about it, luckily. Well, yes, the piss drinking scene. I can taste the bubbles. Ricky knows all about that.
Yeah.
He's recreated it.
Yeah.
All right, and I think, what was it? So that, yeah, they became less sex comedies and more comedies as they went on, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what happens though when you continue doing sequel after sequel. It gets diluted from the original source, doesn't it? And then you have to throw other things in there, and a lot of people don't like that.
No,
because they tried to become serious films with moral stories, and you're thinking, what?
Did they not see the first one?
The guy was shagging an apple pie in the kitchen. How can this be serious?
All right, you take care, Dutch. He's going to go watch something.
There he is. What do you think he's got lined up?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Piss water Budweiser joke. Oh, there you go. Yes, Ricky. Yeah, enough of him. Luckily, he's working this week, so we don't see him. Thoughts on Exodus 3? I thought it was on par with the original. I like the tech angle. Looking forward to when the Arrow release. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love it.
My granddad used to look a little bit like George C. Scott. So when I saw the Exorcist, well, George C. Scott I remember from like the older horror films as well, and
Changeling.
The Changeling, yeah, and I always said he looks like you, Granddad. Oh no, he doesn't. He did. And then when I saw Exorcist 3, was it Legion?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that scene where he walks out of that and that old woman walks straight out. That was a great scene.
Yes.
And Exorcist 2 was an abomination, so Exorcist 3 was always going to beat that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the priest still being alive from the original Exorcist, Jason Miller, in the cell, and they put him in a loony bin, and he's like still possessed. I think that was a good. That had a lot of good parts in that. So, Exorcist 3, even though I'm not a huge lover of sequels of The Exorcist, I would watch that a few times. Yeah, it's all right. It's not. It's better. It's certainly better than what come after it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I do like the detective angle of it, and
yeah, Brad Dourif as the Gemini killer, was it?
Yeah,
it's the Gemini killer.
Yeah, because the Exorcist, the Blu-ray has the 2 cuts, doesn't it? The theatrical cut and the what they could salvage cut.
Yeah, what they could salvage cut.
Yeah,
I like that. That happens to a lot of films. What we could salvage from the the movie, what we wanted to show you, but the censors cut. This is what we could salvage, lads.
Well, yeah, it's all on VHS quality. The one I saw.
Oh, I bought a RoboCop DVD of the uncut version of RoboCop, and the parts were, and the uncut parts were considerably darker and more blurry than the actual. And I think, is it Prime now? Prime now's restored it. And I watched RoboCop about 3 weeks ago, and it's a lot more violent. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, that shooting from Ed 209 goes on for like 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Oh, they certainly blow him to pieces in that one. I'm thinking,
the poor guy with the skin on him.
Yeah. And the part where they shoot Kenny and the Ed 209 blows Kenny away. There's even more of that. Yeah, it's a lot more violent. If they'd have released it uncut like that, because you'll remember this, guy, if that went head to head with Predator on the sell-through wars.
Yes.
Was you in a RoboCop side or was you a Predator man? That was the big debate at the time.
Can't remember.
He said a lot of people that, well, I like RoboCop, well, I like Predator, I like Schwarzenegger.
I think I liked Robocop at the time.
Yeah, I remember everyone was saying, well, which one would you watch? So, well, seen them both. They're both good films, but they're not my cup of tea. But I like both of them. But the fact that they put the uncut stuff back into RoboCop really gives it more of an impact.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It makes you feel even more sorry for Murphy.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'd watch a 4 hour cut of the Batman right now if I could. I do enjoy
Batman. That. Is that the film parts of the Bat? Is that the new one, Robert Pattinson?
Yeah. Liverpool and Glasgow?
Yeah, they filmed it at St George's Hall. There was quite a few extras that I know. That was
yeah.
I've not seen it yet. I'm not again. I'm a party pooper. I'm not a superhero kind of a guy. My superhero's Jason Voorhees.
Like they say, it's a detective and Seven type film rather than a Batman film. But
is it?
Yeah,
because I really like the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I like that aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Because the new Riddler is like Jigsaw from the Saw films.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It's a real serial killer thing.
Right. All right. So I might give that a watch then. Actually,
It's 3 hours though. So.
Well, I'm looking after the kittens again tonight, so I might order it off Prime and sit early hours of the morning watching the Batman. Thanks a lot.
Because it's a 15 as well, so it's not for kids.
Wow. I don't think certificates matter nowadays. It's got really washed down, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It used to matter a long time ago, but now it's like,
it's all about 12, isn't it? They're all 12. There's no PGs or U. No, there's no U film anymore, is there? Baron Chambers, yes. Had a great sexy body and a great sense of humor. It was a low budget film called Together by Sean S. Cunningham. Okay.
Marilyn Chambers, where do they know that name?
Sexy Ladies. See, what's her famous work? I'm trying to think. Come on, wake up. If I mention some names, you might. Chambers. Nope, not Home and Away.
Home and Away?
What? I spelled Marilyn wrong. There we go. Oh, yes. I see. the whole chat will have before I get here.
Yeah, the name rings a bell, but I can't put a
lots of sexy film. Oh, Rabid. She was in Rabid. Cumberbatch Rabid.
Rabid. That's
Behind
right.
the Green Door. That's a. Now this together. So the Owl and the Pussycat.
Yeah, that one.
Insatiable.
That Marlene Chambers.
That's it.
That's Marlene Chambers.
Electric
Yes.
Blue 5.
Yeah, that's Rabid. Yeah, the original. Yeah,
she was. Yeah,
that's where I know her from.
But yeah, she was in like Together before that, and Behind the Green Door, which was
she got the big billing.
Yeah, because
that's where I know Marlene Chambers from.
Behind the Green Door, because it was sex acts. But Behind the Green Door is the film Jackie Chan is watching in Cannonball Run when he's supposed to be driving. He puts a video in the car, and it's Behind the Green Door.
Cannonball Run. Wow, I've not seen them since back in the day.
What? They still hold up. Well, the first one. Anyway,
Jackie Chan doing the fight scenes. I remember.
Predator probably is on 15 because the first Terminator is 15 now, isn't it? It used to be.
It was an 18 on Orion when it first came out. 18.
I got 2 VHS. They're 18. So the DVDs.
My favorite of the Terminator is the original. I'm not bothered with the rest of them really.
Ooh.
No, I think it's controversial. Everybody says, "What about part 2?" I said, well, yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was okay. I just like, but people get on my case because I don't like the rest of the sequels. They love it, and I don't take the piss out of them. I'm like, wait for you. I'm happy I'll watch them with you. But I'm not a big fan.
The first one's definitely a slasher film, though.
Yeah, it's got quite a few bits in there.
During Mr. Kenny's death scene, they threw some spaghetti on him, which the crew were having for lunch at the time.
was that right? Yeah, is that?
That's RoboCop, isn't it?
Yeah, because that was added in, wasn't it? When that DVD that I probably still own that DVD. It was a shady release, but it was like the uncut version.
Yeah.
Now they've cleaned it up. It looks a lot better.
They cheat.
What we could salvage version
and clean up.
Yeah.
One extended cut is not needed. Is No Way Home. I felt long enough, and the extra scenes will mess up the plot if the new ones they just added deleted scenes back, charging full price. Yeah, sounds like what they're doing. They're releasing the No Way Home.
That's become a trend, hasn't it? They've just added with extra scenes. It was like
because these American Pie ones are the unseen cut.
The Too Rude for TV. Was it been on TV? The version you didn't see. What the?
Yeah, it's just
they repackage these things for just make money off it, and it's probably an extended conversation scene.
Yeah. Terminator 1 and 2. There are no further sequels.
I don't even go to part 2.
That's not right.
Dark Fate is better than T2.
Yeah. Nonsense, Dr. Impossible. Nonsense.
Humbug.
Yeah, I have to put you in 10-minute timeout for that.
I love the first one. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. Ricky keeps raving about Dark Fart, but I actually hated that one and regret seeing it in the cinemas. Yeah, I've seen it 3 times now. It's all right.
Is that the one where Sarah Connor comes back?
Yeah, I don't hate it, but
isn't it? Yeah, I think I got it on. I think I ordered it off Prime for a watch only to see what the fuss was about. And wasn't Edward Furlong get shot on a beach at the beginning of it?
That's it. Spoilers.
Yeah, the girl from Blade Runner 2045 was in it. She's the part Terminator.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, the blonde girl. Yeah.
She's a good actress.
She's she's all right. Sarah Connor's right. It's just the girl they're trying to save is
because I remember Terminator 3, and then 4 was Christian Bale, which was quite. I didn't mind that actually.
It started off well.
It was the whole war, and what's that guy's name? He's good in it. That fella, not Christian Bale.
The Australian Sam Worthington. Yeah, that's when he was
he's all right. I enjoyed his performance, and he was good. And like Kyle Reese, the young Kyle Reese, I didn't mind. I'd say actually 1, and then I'd go to part 4. Sorry to piss anybody off, but I'd go to part 4.
He wants no more Ricky talk. Yes, no more Ricky talk. Ah, he was only joking. Ah. Yeah, all right. No time out for you. Oh, no. Now he's taking the piss.
Anaconda. That the one with Owen Wilson and with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. Ricky had it as his top 10 horror films of the 90s as number 8.
Well, I'm glad I weren't there. I'd have crushed his head. Horror films, me ass.
He was serious.
That man and his horror films. I'll show you some horror films.
Yeah, you be careful. Dr. Impossible. Yeah. We're on to you now. All right. So look. I think we're up to date with the chat. No, I think we'll go 5 more minutes and give it the 2-hour session. So let's see. What's happening? Sunday, my birthday. Terrence
Really?
Bavara has sent me a present, so I'll be opening that on the show, live show on Sunday. See what that is. I'm guessing it's probably videos, but we'll see what they are. I went to see Anaconda at the cinema. Came out while I was in college. Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out.
Not top 10 of the 90s.
Was there Ice Cube in that as well?
That's him.
That's the one. I never saw the rest. Did they do sequels? I never saw the sequels. I just one was enough.
Yeah, Hasselhoff's in the 3rd or 4th one.
Jesus, they must be there.
Then they cross over with the Lake Placid films.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which
Lake
are all
Placid. The first Lake Placid was pretty good.
yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I think, were Sci-Fi Channel back when they were doing everything CGI.
Yeah. It's a shame when that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, because both first films had some practical effects.
The first film was brilliant. Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Lake Placid had mostly. Yeah.
You still can't beat Alligator, the original Alligator.
Good. Yes, I just ordered the X rental of that. Should be good.
Right, yeah.
Oh, wait, which one have you got? See if it's the same one. I think mine's a retail, but I think that. But I don't mind. It's only a $5. Yeah, that's a weird. I don't get that cover. What's it? It's all twisted up like it's Airplane or something.
Yeah. Alligator.
Yeah, that's the good one.
It's from the Infa thing.
Ah, yes. I think mine's a later one.
Yeah. This has been Sim Better Days.
Well,
like a lot of the pre-certs, but yeah, you can't beat Alligator. Like you can't beat Jaws for sharks. You can't beat
Alligator's one of the best.
You can't beat Alligator for that. Still was a great film.
Killer Fish. Which one's that?
Piranha.
I just wondering, is there one called Killer Fish? Anaconda is great, but just don't tell Vass. Well, I will. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Hang on. Send it to Vass. Jeff says it might. Oh, do you think he sent me some?
Furry Hood Boss Adventure.
I'd watch it for a watch party with those. I'm looking forward to that watch party. Oh yes, we're doing the Anaconda watch party with Ricky and Vass because they kicked off when they did their top 10.
Oh, I know. I saw the.
We're going to watch that as a group to relax.
A relaxing watch with Vaz and Ricky.
Yeah. Oh dear.
His top horror was Anaconda.
Well, it was top 10, so I think it was about 7 or 8. So
it wouldn't make my top 2000.
What film that you saw in the theater did you get laid after seeing? Come on, Dr. Impossible, if you're wondering as well. The hell would I can't remember. All of them, of course, I should say.
All of them. Yeah.
Basic Instinct, but I was alone at the time.
I don't know what mine was.
No, I can't think of anything that springs to mind because of that. After the cinema.
I think.
Oh.
I think mine would have been. Let me get my girlfriend at the time. Mine Mine would have been Hellraiser 3. That's the only film I can remember having a bit of saucy fun of after watching Hellraiser 3.
Get you in the mood, doesn't it?
Whatever. There's those pins in the head. No, I've never seen it. I've never seen a sex film and got laid afterwards, really.
Well, I doubt the film will even get a look in. Those two are going to be arguing the whole way through. And
oh, yeah. There'll be no film discussed with Ricky
like
and Vaz.
2 hours after the film finished.
Gareth will just be an empty chair and there'll be Vaz and Ricky.
Yeah, I've gone to bed.
There'll be these two on the corner fighting.
CGI snakes going, oh, yes.
And that's it.
Don't you agree if all the streams to ask that question is the most fitting to ask? It is that sex comedies.
Yeah.
That is true.
In the theatre, anyway. Yeah, it's something in the theatre. Yeah. Did you get anything after the theatre?
No. But I can't think of an exact film. Hope you never get Vaz and Ricky in a room together. I should be scraping blood off the walls. Well, my plan is one of these days, the three of us in the same room.
Yeah, just record the aftermath. Just record it. You get views like no one's business. Just seeing them two fight, duking it out.
I have to handcuff them to
the bargain bin kings. Oh yeah, the bargain bin kings. Well, I got this for £1. Well, I got this for 50p.
Yeah. So
I spit on your anaconda. Hell to your predator's horror.
I think like doing it like either a big couch for the three of us, or like on stage with 3 chairs across the room and in a conference room in a hotel or something, so we can damage it and then make a break for it. But we'll have Jeff there as security. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Jeff will be our security and keep Ricky in check. Right, that'll do. Let's start wrapping this up, everyone. So we're going to say good night.
Yeah.
Davey says he'll be back.
I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back.
It's going to be, what did I say, martial arts movies next time.
Well, I've got a few. Well, I've got some Bruce Lee.
Yes, we've got a few to go through now.
Some editions to show the martial arts. So, but most of them got traded back to Block. Well, all of them got traded back to Blockbuster. Only Bruce Lee survived.
That's something. Right, so DMC later. Oh, morning.
Later, mate.
Have a good day. So I'll just let the comments come in and we'll see what happens. So yeah, what have we got? Yeah, Sunday is my birthday night stream. Then Monday it's Vinyl Olympics starts, where we tackle the hits album #1, and now that's what I call music #1, to see which one's the better album.
Ooh, wow. Going back there.
Yeah, so we're going to go through each song on each side and compare them.
The old vinyl, yeah.
Yep. And see which is the better ones of those.
And again, I was a complete outcast because when my mates was buying them, I was into Black Sabbath.
I don't remember seeing any Black Sabbath or anything on them.
No, unfortunately, no. There's no. When I bought the hits album, I said, any metal on there? No, Dave, no. No, you're a dinosaur. No one listens to that anymore. Well, 40 years later, I'm still talking to them. I say, I'm still listening to the metal. I used to listen to Culture Club in your car.
Hey, that's a classic.
Exactly, that's what they said. I said, yeah, you used to take the piss because I liked all my heavy metal, but I'm still listening to them albums. I used to listen to what you bought in the early 80s.
Yeah. Unfortunately so.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Modern music's rubbish.
Yeah.
It spits on Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Damn him, he is the Antichrist, that man. We haven't got nothing on Jean-Michel Jarre. Him.
Yes, there we go. That's talent.
That's talent and Vangelis.
Okay, and on that bombshell, we'll say good night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Everybody.
See you next time.